Intro and we'll get started. I think I memorized my intro. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me. I'm your host today, Davin Dave or Daddy. Don't call me the last one though. Seriously. Otherwise I'll have the fires of the great tridecagon come down upon you and throw you into a pit of whatever. Please be sure to, like, share, and subscribe, and we're happy to have it. Anyways, I think today is going to be a very wacky session. It's going to be strange. Let's get started. Alright, Eli, I'm back.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Want to give us a recap as to what happened last time?
Last time was recorded but not in a video. I'm fighting a polar bear.
That's in the video.
Well, it's gonna be in this video, but it's not on video.
You're thinking of last session, because that was only like 20 minutes long. Okay.
Okay, so from last session, pretty much I collapsed, fell asleep, met some people, a big spider lady and a guy with a gun, and an owl. Fell asleep again, seen the land of giants.
Falling asleep a lot here.
Yeah. Then a few minutes later, fell asleep again, and woke up and we're fighting a polar bear.
A lot of sleeping. Okay. I actually don't remember what you're fighting in this.
It's an ice polar bear.
Oh, right. Sorry, I've been blanking out. Okay, so let me just get the music. That is not music.
That's rain.
Cool. Alright, so you are still on Martha's back as the session continues again.
Okay. So, yeah, what do we do?
Sorry? Hold on.
What do we do?
Nobody really knows what to do. They're all just kind of sitting there. You do have the move.
Okay. I think it'd be best for me to stick out this fight because, as we seen from earlier, it can absorb my...
What did you say?
I think it's best for me to stay out of this fight because I've seen from earlier, it can absorb my ice. So I'm just gonna let you guys handle it.
As everybody just kind of nods their head, not really making much of a sound, this guy shoots his gun. 11 as a piece of a chunk of ice comes flying off of the polar bear, off of the bear, as it begins to rush forward after the dude. Martha spins around and then stomps her foot on the ground. Okay, so as just a large spike of metal comes shooting through as it pierces this thing's left this thing's front left leg. As again, the guy's gonna shoot his gun and completely misses. It is so close, but he misses terribly. The bullet goes in between this thing's legs as he had it aimed at the head. As Martha again is going to just try and shoot a spike through this thing. I need to go back, hold on. And CS, I love you, but I hate you at the same time. As a spike does kind of just come through and pierce it in the chest, and it is dead. Combat is over.
Okay. So, while I was asleep, what happened?
Nothing really.
Oh. Okay. So, do y'all want to get a move on?
They both just kind of like nod their heads, and then Martha turns to face the north as she starts walking, and the guy walks up to the left. Oh, sorry. As they both, they're both very silent in their words. They're not really saying much, not really showing much of, it's almost kind of suspicious the way they're acting.
What's going on? Why are you guys being so silent?
As they're both kind of just quiet and they're saying, and they just, Martha says, nothing's wrong. Alright, I'm gonna need a minute to design this map.
Okay, I just want to mention something. I don't think Martha is Ren's mom anymore. I think Martha is Ren's daughter. Because you said parents' powers matter. Okay. And this is a spider. And just use metal, and metal is a part of Earth. People with Earth powers can control metal. Duros has Earth powers.
That's not necessarily true. People with Earth powers can't control metal.
Have you not watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, Devin?
Have you not played Us, Eli? This isn't Avatar, bro.
Sometimes it feels like it.
I am waiting for your elaboration.
Oh, I'm not going to give one.
As you guys are walking, again, they just seem really weird as you see this large building in front of you. It doesn't have any sign or any, there's nothing, no signs of life, no telling of where you are or what it is.
I want to look around.
Okay. Sorry. Let me go roll my dice. Sorry for the slow start. It's just been kind of difficult to get back into the groove.
Same here. It's been a while since I played Us.
I know. Ooh. As in front of you, you do see this lightning-like cat walk by. Just kind of... you noticed it off in the distance earlier, but it wasn't really anything, as it just kind of like is walking by a little bit.
Okay. I want to hop off of her back and go to it. Yeah. Alright.
As you try and, as you kind of like try to go hop off of Martha's back, you kind of notice this weird sticky fluid just grappling onto you as Martha's just like, where are you trying to go?
To the kitty.
You're not going anywhere. As they both start rushing over to the building.
What?
You do have a small action before they get inside as to what you want to do.
I want to ask her what she means.
As you guys are running inside, she says, I mean you're not going anywhere.
Did I do something wrong?
As she goes to walk up to this large door, it opens and just closes behind you two, as you can see this large open room. As they all rush inside, Martha immediately lets the secretion go, and then grabs you. You do have a small opening for an action.
Okay, can I use intuition to tell if they're a threat or not?
Yes. What is your intuition?
My intuition, let me get my character sheet back up. My intuition's 3.
Okay, so no, you can't tell if anything here is a threat or not. You can tell that Martha and this guy aren't really up to much good. As Martha, like I said, you have a small opening for an action. She's holding you in her hand right now. Her hands, sorry. As she's swinging you through the air. She's gonna throw you.
I want to turn into a block of ice.
You want to what?
I want to turn my body into a block of ice.
Turn your body into a block of ice?
Not turn my body, but like surround my body with ice.
You want to surround your body in ice. What is your Goetti stat? 32.
Let's look at it. It's 9.
D20 plus 18. Get higher than a 32. As it doesn't work, you do, I guess kind of like, not freeze yourself, but freeze your feet. As Martha doesn't throw you as hard or as far as you get thrown, and then they both start rushing. Apparently not. Whoops.
Okay. I want to create a wall of ice spikes around everything.
You want to what?
I want to create a wall of ice spikes around everything. Like, around myself, sorry.
Create a wall of ice around yourself?
Like, ice spikes.
Oh, create a wall of ice spikes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you don't really create much of a wall, more like just little spikes coming up from the ground.
Okay.
As you see Martha and this guy kind of just run off away from you, around this strange person as they run into like this elevator and it shuts.
I want to walk. I want to create an opening in my walk spike, and I want to walk out the door.
As you create an opening in the spikes, you turn around to go see the door, and it is sealed shut. As you see this person, you've seen this person as you were turning around just sitting there.
Wait, Davin. Is that Seda? Out of character. Wasn't that person in Seda, if I'm correct?
I can't answer that.
Okay. What do you want with me?
Sorry, she does have... I didn't describe this. You can see that she has a muzzle on, almost. And her actual, like, these things up here, the horns of her tail, are metal.
Okay. What do you want?
You can see that she's trying to mumble, but she has a muzzle on and she can't really get words out as she starts rushing towards you. Whoops, sorry. You have an opening for an action.
Huh?
I said you have an opening for an action. She's far away. She starts rushing towards you.
I want to shoot 3 ice spikes out towards her.
So, you want to shoot ice spikes at her?
Actually, you know that ice wall thing I did?
A spike wall?
Yeah. I want to do that, then have them shoot.
So when you summoned up a spike wall, it was just spikes coming up from the ground, creating a wall, almost.
Well, actually, I want to do that around her, except all the spikes are inward.
Okay. Alright, so as you create a rather small ice trap, ice spiked wall around her. Sorry. Continue with what you're saying.
The spikes, instead of pointing out as like a
They're
protective-
pointing towards her.
Yeah.
Right. As you do make that ice spike wall, she almost runs into it, but just as soon as it shoots up, she jumps like 10 feet into the air over your wall and starts rushing towards you yet again.
I want to kneel down and turn the floor into ice.
You want to kneel down and turn the floor into ice?
That way she can't move properly.
Okay. That's really smart. You are going to have to get a very high roll on this to turn the entire floor into ice. You don't turn the entire floor into ice, but you do turn just this little bit of ground around you into ice. As she sees you do this, and the ice is spreading out, again, she jumps into the air, and she is right above you as she's falling down. She's spinning around in circles, almost getting ready to whip you with her tail, in a way.
So instead of turning myself into ice, like turning myself into ice, I want to do that with her tail. Or like her in general, sorry.
You would need to touch her tail.
Okay. So
Your character is not female.
Huh?
I said your character is not female. You would need to touch her tail.
Why does it matter if my character's not female or not?
Females are more keen to ranged attacks. Males are more keen to close-up attacks.
Okay. So I actually want to turn myself into ice, but I want it pointing forward, because if you know anything about ice or like about falling, then she's done in the air. She can't really move herself to not land on it. So like I just want to turn myself into one giant like ice spike that she want to land on.
You want to turn yourself into a spike?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would actually be a Constitution mixed Goetti. So, okay, that is just 10 on your natural divided by 4, actually. So, 10 divided by 4. What is that?
10 divided by 4.
That's 2.5. So, that is 20 plus 3, and that's not going to be super high of a... Okay, so, as you don't do that, but you shoot up a tiny little spike from the ground to the left of you, and she comes in and absolutely just whirls your the ground right next to you. She completely somehow in the air she moved over to the right just a little bit as she slams her centipede tail into the ground.
So she's on the ground, right?
She I guess she almost like it seems almost like she moved out of the way. So what she did was she ran over, jumped over your thing as you shot the spike, the tiny little spike up from the ground. She moved to the right of your character and then slammed into the ground next to you.
Okay, so she's on her feet though, right?
Yes,
And she's standing on my ice, right?
essentially. But no, not really. She's kind of crouched down more so.
Okay, so I want to take my ice and surround her feet in it. But as it's surrounding her feet, I want to start working its way up her body.
As you surround, okay. Divided by 2. Okay, so that's just gonna be a 9. That's just natural. Okay, so as you don't... you surround her feet in the ice, but it isn't climbing up her as she's going to... she just spins around in a circle, breaking the ice. She again jumps, but away from you.
Okay. I want to make an ice javelin. Do you know what a javelin is?
Let me make sure I have the right thing. Yes. Actually, let me set it. Okay, so you want to start a fight? An ice javelin.
Yes.
Okay. As you do summon, not a very large javelin, but you summon a pretty okay size.
Yeah, and it has the pointy end, right? The sharp end.
Yes, like all javelins.
Okay, and I want to chuck that at her.
You want to chuck it at her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As your accuracy, well, actually, you're gonna have an extremely high advantage on accuracy.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, as you chuck your ice javelin at her, it is flying, beaming towards her as she takes her tail and tries to whip the javelin with it, but she gets pierced in the tail as she kind of lets out this almost ear-piercing type screech from her muzzle.
Okay, so her tail was broken off, right?
No, I didn't say that. I said that it pierced her tail.
Okay. So the javelin's still in it, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I want to make the javelin explode.
You can't do that.
What?
You cannot do that.
I can do that?
Nope.
Okay, can I control the javelin in any way?
No.
Okay. Now I want to send ice spikes at her, if it's my turn.
She is dazed right now.
Actually, I want to do the inward ice spike wall.
What?
The inward ice spike wall.
Around her?
Yeah.
Okay, as you do summon a perfectly positioned wall of ice just sitting around her. As due to the fact that the spiked wall is connected to the ground and your feet are touching the ground, you can control the spikes.
Okay. I want to bring them in.
So you want them to pierce her?
I want the whole wall just to... Do you know a hair tie, how if you put it around your hand to let it go, it just kind of,
Closes in?
Yeah.
So do you want it to pierce her, or do you want it to just surround her?
I want it to surround her. I don't want to kill her. Just as close as I get it. If she moves, then she's going to die.
Okay. This is gonna get really interesting really quickly. Sorry about that. As the ice spike does close in, she is screaming in just absolute agony through her muzzle as you can kind of sense that something is about to happen. You don't know if it's good or bad, or if it's going to be her, or from outside, or from under the ground, from up above. You can just tell that something is going to happen.
Okay, I just want to yell at her, hey, don't move. I just want to leave.
As she takes her tail and, faster than you can react, absolutely whips the ice javelin out, and it flies into the air and she hits it with her tail, and it comes flying right next to you and then lands just in between your legs, right below your feet. As you can see, you can almost see the bloodlust in her eyes right now that she's holding. It seems like she's holding back. As you can see, the piercing in her tail, where she got cut, is completely healed. As you do hear a bang come through the front door, and you see, one moment. Your intuition is a 3. You can tell that somebody is making this banging, but you can't really tell why it's happening or how it's happening. You can tell that it's just a loud bang. As this girl here, the red in her eyes from being bloodshot goes down as she is kind of just staring you down. Oh, sorry, I forgot to play the music.
Does she still have a gun?
What?
Again?
Yeah, she still has a muzzle.
So she can't really talk to me?
What did you say?
So she can't talk to me?
She wasn't able to talk through that whole time. You can hear her trying, but she couldn't. As you hear another bang come from the wall, as you do see a slight dent in the wall.
Okay. I want to freeze the hinges on the door.
You want to freeze the what?
I want to freeze the hinges on the door.
Repeat that one more time.
I want to freeze the hinges on the door.
You want to freeze the door?
No, I want to freeze the hinges.
Okay, hold on. I need a pause. You're muffled. What?
I want to freeze the hinges.
The hinges to what?
The door hinges.
What door hinges?
Does the door not have hinges?
Oh, no, there's a dent in this wall. This is a wall.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the door. This door's locked off, though. Like, Okay, you can do something. You can still freeze the door hinges if you wanna.
I didn't even touch it. Okay, I want to...
You what?
I'm going to do. So, can I? I'm flabbergasted on what I should do. There's someone beating on the wall, and there's another person trying to kill me. So, is it possible to freeze blood without touching it? Without touching her? Can blood be frozen?
Without touching her? No, definitely not.
What do I have on my character sheet? So I don't know about my demonic powers yet. Hey Davin, why do I have a red cracked eye?
Can't tell you that.
I want to touch the floor, the entire ground, and I want to try to make everything around me fight. everything around her spikes on the ground that are just shooting up.
So you want to pierce her with spikes. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay. As you you shoot like a spike up from the ground, as she is going to try and react to your spike. She doesn't react fast enough as the spike catches her foot. It doesn't cut through it, but it does like kind of shoot up just a little bit and touch her foot.
It's touching her?
Yeah.
Since it's touching her, I want the ice to grasp onto her foot and start to consume her.
As you have the ice grow around her, she is slowly becoming encased as she tries to whip her tail against the ice spike, and she hits the spike and it breaks through perfectly as she is going to start rushing at you. She does have ice on her feet, though. Oh, she doesn't rush at you. She's rushing over this way just a bit.
Over which way?
This way.
Okay, I want to try to expand the ice that's on the ground even more.
Oh, okay, so I didn't even need a roll for that. Your next action will be a 22. As you expand the ice that is on the ground, you hear yet another bang. Sorry, too big. That's what she said. You hear... Whoops. You hear another bang come from the wall as another big dent happens. As you can see that the wall is really stressed out. So you do expand. It doesn't touch her, but you do expand the ice pretty far.
Can I try to expand it more?
Yes, you can. But there's always a limit to what you can expand where. As it is just below her feet. She is rushing.
Since it is below her feet...
It's just barely touching her.
It's just barely touching her, okay.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I can work with that. So, I want the ice to grab onto her feet that already has the ice onto it. And I want to try to drop a big ice block onto her tail.
As the ice comes up and grabs her foot, how do you want to drop an ice block onto her tail?
Actually, I can't do that, can I?
No. I'll just roll.
So,
Okay.
is her tail actually like touching the floor?
No, it is elevated.
I want to send another spike and try to pierce the beginning of her tail.
Ooh, as you shoot a spike out, she is going to try and counter that. She's going to have to get higher than an 18. As you shoot the spike out, she tries to whip it, as it doesn't pierce the beginning of her tail, but more so around here, the underside, and it goes straight through the center hole right here. If this gets tails again, I'm going to lose it. Oh my gosh, man! As you hear yet another bang come through the door one more time, and it's somebody, whatever is trying to break through is breaking through.
So she has a giant thing in her tail?
Not a giant thing, but just a spike of ice.
She has a spike of ice in her tail?
Right here, yeah.
Alright, I want to expand that spike.
Oh, right, sorry. What do you mean expand it?
I mean, I want to make it bigger. I mean, like, if it's already in her tail, I want to turn it. I want to make it bigger that way.
So, do you want to, like, put more ice onto it, or just...
Yeah, I just want to try that. Yeah.
Okay, so as you do expand it, you can kind of hear her tail ripping from its, thing right here, its connector, its joint. As you can hear this just a terrible screech come from her, as you hear yet another bang. I'm not rolling for the same thing. As this, oops, sorry, as this piece of metal is flying towards you.
I want to dodge. Can I dodge that successfully? Is that something I could do?
Yeah, just high dex. What's your dex?
I'm going to look.
Ooh, my bad.
Yeah, it's a 5. Okay. So, Davin, whenever you put 9 there, what stat are you going off of?
Oh, okay. So I'm going off the Goetti stat, so I don't have to divide it by 2. 22. As you do... Whoa, hold on. Okay, so as you do manage to duck... how do you want to dodge this thing?
Like, okay, is it above head? Like, could I, like...
It is flying directly at you. Like, there is no above or below or anything.
Okay, I kind of just want to leap by it, I guess.
You just want to dodge to the side or something?
Yeah, I just dodge.
Okay, just give me a bit. Okay, so as you do dodge to the right, it whacks you in the arm as the piece of metal flies and hits right here. As you see, this blur rush past, and he grabs you by the face and slams you down into the ground. Sorry. I'm gonna have to turn that darker. As he rushes, he's rushing in and he slams you down into the ground over here. As you see this man facing you.
Who are you?
He looks at you and he says, "I'm the conductor!" And then he just picks you up by your face and he throws you over the wall. As you do have a bit of a reaction that you can do.
I just kind of want to turn myself into ice.
Turn yourself into ice?
Yeah.
As you, well, actually, I didn't really need to roll for that. Sorry. I didn't need to roll for that. As you do turn yourself into ice, what is your constitution? 5. Okay. 10, Oh, okay. You slam into the wall as you do bump your head just a little bit due to the ice shattering from the high speed. As you see this man running over towards the girl, and he's just detaching the muzzle from her. and he just breaks the shard of ice, as you do have room for an action.
What are you doing? You tried to kill me.
As he turns over towards you and he says, "Shh!" And this is going to be that move that I showed you that Raven can do. As he summons out this large circle. A circle just highlights the area around you. You do have a moment to react in whatever way you see fit. You see this like large circle just circling the area that you're in.
Like, is it on the ground or is it
Yeah,
on the ring?
It's on the ground. It's a ring on the ground.
Okay, so I want to ice below my feet to carry me kind of like out of the circle.
You want to what?
I want ice to like carry me, behind, like out of the circle.
What do you mean ice to carry you?
Like ice wraps around my feet and just moves me in a certain way to where I can get out.
So, okay, let's actually check your... So, you're going to have to fall off on your dexterity. This is going to be hilarious. If you get anywhere lower than a 29, you're going to fall on your face. Sorry, not a 29, a 20... 20, there we go.
That's actually higher than a 20.
I know, as you do lose balance just a little bit because it is... It is carrying you by just your feet. As you do get... What?
I meant like I'm standing on top of it.
It's carrying you by just your feet, Eli.
Okay.
Because you propel forward and your body's not ready to react, so you fall backwards.
Alright.
As you can see, these large spikes shoot up from the area, almost completely coloring in the circle. As he picks up the girl and he's running. My bad. He picks up the girl and he's running out with her. He is completely ignoring you, but he's rushing.
Not even going to try to contest that.
You're not going to try and fight him?
Nope.
As he rushes out the hole that he made.
I want to go out that hole.
You want to go out the hole?
Yeah.
As you go out the hole, as you start walking towards the opening, you do hear almost like a helicopter flying overhead. Sorry.
Yeah. I want to go out.
As you walk out, you you can see a helicopter overhead, and this, without even an opening for a reaction, this dart flies into your neck, and the last thing that you see before you pass out are these two people.
Was that Alan Lumen? I can't remember. Is that Alan Lumen, Devin?
Guess what I'm about to say?
Oh, wait, that is Alan Lumen, yeah.
I can't tell you.
Okay, yeah.
That is the last thing that you see before you pass out.
Okay.
Cool! What do you think of the session so far, man?
It's fun. It's great. I love it.
Lucas said something about how the fights aren't very were not very hard in the first game, so I just kind of try and take it up a bit.
Well, I didn't think I was going to win.
You didn't.
I mean, I technically did, but didn't. I didn't die, so that's a win in my book.
I didn't die, so I guess I won. Yeah, so this is going to be really interesting. So I guess for just a little bit of monologue, you can kind of hear the outside. You can just hear a helicopter whirring on the outside as you guys just take off and you start flying. You can kind of hear a city below you after flying for like an hour. You still don't wake up, but it's almost like this weird conscious and unconsciousness state.
Blackout. It's blackout. Like, you can't move your eyes. You can't see anything, but you can hear everything around you.
Exactly. You can... Yeah. No, right. This... Okay. I gotta say, this will be the, kind of the end of this part of the session for now. But this is probably going to be the most controversial, us segment that I've ever done. And I don't care if I get a lot of hate for this, because this is something that I planned on doing, and I know this isn't bad, but this is going to be essentially a in some small way the Us's version of the Holocaust.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is black bad now?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you any information about the game. I wish I could.
Yeah, I need to remember that you can't tell me anything.
What makes you think black is bad?
Well, number one, because she attacked me. And, the conductor, he was with her.
Mm-hmm.
And also Alan Lumen.
Huh. What about him?
Either I have just been thinking the people I'm with are good, and they just try. Wait a second. I have an idea of what might be happening.
What's that?
I think new organization, and they trapped the little girl, and it kind of enslaved her.
So, sorry, you think what?
I think they enslaved her.
Yeah, no, you said something about organization. What was that?
I think some kind of organization enslaved her to where she could not be on her own will.
Uh-huh. This is going to be the most controversial thing I've ever done in a game. Oh, goodness.
Not controversial, it's just pretty much history repeating itself.
Yes, exactly. I'm very glad that you just got, you immediately got the message of what I'm trying to say in this scenario.
Well, I've always said that history always repeats itself.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the message of this segment of the story, that history only repeats itself just as long as if we don't learn from it.
Well, no, I don't even think that. I think history always repeats itself, no matter what you do.
Mm.
Like, we're about to be in a war with Russia.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
The country is divided.
Oh, absolutely. The country is far more than divided. It is beyond... It is in the worst state it's ever been in the past... How long has America been around? 200 years?
I believe it was discovered in 17 something something.
Yeah.
Actually, can you ask your Siri?
Alexa, what year was America discovered?
Although Spanish explorer Christopher Columbus is commonly attributed with discovering the Americas in 1492 BCE, historians believe Viking explorer Leif Erikson first arrived in the region around 1000 BCE.
Christopher
Prior
Columbus
to
never
Western
discovered
discovery of the
America.
North American continent, Native Americans are believed to have arrived in the region at least 15,000 years earlier.
He never... Christopher Columbus never discovered America. That is such a very common misunderstanding.
Isn't it Eric Leifson?
I believe so. Christopher Columbus only wanted to say that he discovered America because fame, I guess. But yeah, this is going to be the most
Eric. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's alright. I was going to say that this is going to be the most controversial segment of my us. And that is going to be it for this session.